Hello everyone, hope you all are doing good. Welcome to our program Achievers Foundation, and today we are going to discuss about a class 8 topic, reproduction in animals. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about the single correct answer type questions. So single correct answer type questions, in the sense we need to correct option must be considered only the options either A or B or C or D. So now let's go into the concepts. Let's see the first question. What is the question? Internal fertilization occurs in, the picture is being given in the female body, the mother's womb we can observe. Here we can observe the development, in the female body the fertilization occurs, okay, and outside the female body it's not the external fertilization develops. Internal fertilization, the word itself indicates internal, means in the female body. Why not the male body? Why not in the male body? The males will be releasing the sperms. The males do release the male gametes called as a sperms. Yes, so this option is wrong, and it's not a external fertilization outside the female body. This is also the wrong option. And coming to option D, outside the male body, when even inside the male body if it is not occurring, why it could occur in outside the body of a male body? It's not a related concept. So the correct option is in the female body. Okay, this is the correct option. And coming to the next question. What is the next question? A tadpole develops into an adult frog by the process. A tadpole is the larva. Larval forms can be seen in the metamorphosis lifespan, which do undergone by the living organisms like frogs, salamanders, insects and all. Okay, so here he is giving, the word itself is indicating the word tadpole. Tadpole is the larvae of frog. Okay, he see the pictures. The adult frog will be laying the eggs, and these frogs hatch and convert into tadpole larva. Okay, so after the larva it develops into the remaining stages. A drastic changes can be seen in the metamorphosis process. Okay, a tadpole larva develops into an adult frog. Here he is asking the name of the process. What is the name of the process called as? In the picture it has been given metamorphosis. Option B is correct. And why not the option A? Fertilization he gave. Fertilization occurs in the frogs, but what kind of fertilization? External fertilization. And here the question is not about either the external fertilization or the internal fertilization. Here the question is about name the process which occurs in the frogs converting from the tadpole larva towards to the adult frog. Okay, so fertilization is a wrong option. Embedding is also the wrong option. Embedding is nothing but fixing something into the mass. Okay, so this is also the wrong option. And budding is the asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction. Okay, so here in the frogs the fertilization occurs externally, but we can observe the male and female gametes. Okay, so the life process is called as a metamorphosis. Right, coming to the next question. What is the next question? Conjugation is a type of. The word conjugation, what does it mean? Conjugation, conjugate, fusing. Okay, so normally in the sexual reproduction we will be saying it as a fertilization process occurs by the fusion of both male and the female gametes. Okay, so male and female gametes will be fusing together and forms the zygote. Okay, so this occurs in the human beings and animals. Okay, so here we are discussing about, here conjugation is a type of asexual reproduction, budding, sexual reproduction or the binary fission he is asking. Okay, so here the paramecium are the, this comes under phylum Protozoa. Yes, and this paramecium undergoes two modes of reproduction. One is the asexual mode of reproduction, is the binary fission. Yes, but here in the binary fission only single parent involves. How many parents? In the binary fission only single parent involves. Here we can observe two paramecia. Okay, not the single one. Here we are observing the two paramecia. One is the male and one more is the female. Okay, so female in the sense, so we can't say whether which is a male and which is a female one. So here we can observe the conjugation in the paramecium, especially the ciliatory organisms, microorganisms. We can observe in unfavorable conditions they do go for just adaptive feature to just conjugate in the sense exchanging the materials from one organism to another organism. The mutual exchange of the materials from one paramecium to the another paramecium is called as a conjugation. So this is seen in the ciliatory microorganism Protozoa, phylum Protozoa, called as a paramecium. Okay, so here this is nothing but the sexual reproduction. One is the male and one more is the female. Okay, so option A is asexual reproduction. It goes the binary fission. Okay, so this is wrong, and even budding is also wrong. Budding can be seen only in the yeast and the hydra. So option B is also wrong. Coming to sexual reproduction, already we have discussed. Coming to binary fission is also the wrong option, right? Hope you all understood. Coming to the next question. What is the next question? Again we got the internal fertilization occurs in which of the following organisms in the given options. Okay, so what is the option A? Birds and fishes. Birds are the oviparous organisms. They lay the eggs. Okay, so before laying the eggs, the fertilization must be done. Okay, so inside the body of a female birds, we can observe the internal fertilization. What is the correct option? Is this the correct option? Again here they gave the fish. Fish undergoes external fertilization, right? And coming to option B, reptile do lay the eggs by the internal fertilization. But coming to frog, male and female frogs will be releasing, the male will be releasing the male gametes sperms and female will be releasing the female gametes ova into the water bodies. So they will be, the spawn and the milk will be combining together and the external fertilization occurs in the frog. So one is correct and one is wrong. Here is also one is correct and one is wrong. So we should not opt this option, right? Even the second option is also wrong. And coming to option C, mammals. Here in the mammals we can observe the, in our previous concept we have, first question we have discussed about internal fertilization occurs in the female body, right? But coming to this mammal, internal fertilization, and again we got frog, external fertilization. This option is also wrong, right? And coming to option D, reptiles and mammals. So as we got in the options here, reptile is right option and the mammal is a right option. So these both are given in the option D. So can we consider option D, the reptile and the mammals, as a internal fertilization occurring organisms? Exactly, we can consider the option D, right? Next, coming to the next question. Which of the following is not an example of asexual reproduction? What is the question he is asking here? Which of the following is not an example of asexual reproduction? So we need to consider the question, negative question he is asking, not considered as a asexual reproduction. Okay, so reproduction in hydra. Hydra, as we know, it undergoes asexual mode of reproduction called as budding. Okay, and next coming to option B, reproduction in amoeba. Amoeba is a unicellular organism. This also undergoes asexual mode of reproduction called as a binary fission. Okay, single organisms are involved in the hydra and also the amoeba. Okay, Next, reproduction in bacteria. Reproduction in bacteria also comes under binary fission. Okay, so some of the bacteria will be undergoing the multiple fission also, but here it is not been considered. And here option D, reproduction in butterfly. The butterfly, here the picture indicates this is the female butterfly and this is the male butterfly. If you just observe the symbols of male and female, so this female and the male butterflies will be involving in the sexual reproduction. So option D is the correct one. Remaining options all are asexual reproduction. So what is the question here? Which of the following is not an example of asexual reproduction? So Hydra, asexual reproduction; amoeba, asexual reproduction; and even bacteria also binary fission, nothing but the asexual reproduction, right? And what is the leftover one? Reproduction in the butterfly. So in the butterflies we can observe the sexual reproduction process. Okay, nothing but the fusion process. So option D is the correct one, right? And coming to the next question. What is the next question? Which of the following is or are paired structures in human reproductive system? Okay, so which of the following is or are, either single it might be or multiple. Okay, so here we need to consider the pictures are being given here. This is the male reproductive organ system and this is the female reproductive organ system. So what are being seen in a paired ones? Okay, so here we can observe a single urinary bladder, and here we can observe the pipe like structures, seminal vesicles, and these are attached towards to the pair of testes. Okay, so in the male we can observe the pair of the organs are the testes. So seminiferous tubules are also being given, but in the options they are not there. So we should not consider those. Only we need to consider the testes. Okay, option B. Okay, so let us see. And one more is ovary and fallopian tubes. Ovary and fallopian tubes are the reproductive organs which can be seen in the female reproductive system. Okay, option A is the ovary. Pair of ovary we can observe here in the left and right hand sides, and we can observe the cervix, single cervix, single uterus, and pair of fallopian tubes. Okay, pair of fallopian tubes. Okay, so fallopian tube and the ovary are also the correct option. So we can't opt A, B, C. So option D is the all the above. Okay, so this should not be opted. Only all of these must be added, all of these must be opted, then only the answer will be correct in the exam. Okay, next. Coming to the next question. What is the next question? Which one of the microorganism is used in the manufacture of alcohol? What is alcohol? Alcohol is a kind of liquid which is being prepared by the yeast. Okay, not only the yeast and many of the other organisms, ingredients are also being involved. Here, which one of the microorganism is used in the manufacture of alcohol? Okay, so bacteria, no. Bacteria can be useful bacteria will be helpful for our body in preparing some of the antibiotics. And coming to water molds. Mold in the sense it's a rhizopus. So rhizopus, as we know that this will be forming on the dead and decaying matter, as we can observe very clearly at our homes, like any sort of the food item, if it is been spoiled, so on the surface we can observe the molds, and even in the water also we can observe the water molds, and this is also the wrong option. Bacteria is also the wrong option. And what is this? Yeast. Okay, so yeast do undergo the fermentation process. Yeast do undergo the fermentation process. What is fermentation process? It's one of the respiration called as anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration process. Okay, so fermentation, within the fermentation we can observe the respiration. Anaerobic respiration is nothing but absence of oxygen. So where there is no oxygen, we can observe the releasing of the carbon dioxide, water molecules, and the extra energy will be produced, called as a ethyl alcohol. So this ethyl alcohol is prepared by the organism's yeast. And next one is slime molds. So whatever the family of molds we consider, so those are not considered as a microorganisms which are helpful for preparing the alcohol. So option C is the correct one, right? Hope you all understood. These are the yeast and this is the alcohol which is being manufactured by the microorganisms yeast. So why they are being considered? They do undergo the fermentation process, also called as a anaerobic respiration. So by this mechanism they do produce the main product, ethyl alcohol, or also called as a alcohol. Coming to the next question. What is the next question? Which of the following is or are types of asexual reproduction? So options are being given here, and here the organisms are also being given. Let us see here. Which of the following is or are types of asexual reproduction? Asexual means how many parents are involved? Only single parent will be involved here. The budding process we can observe in the hydra, right? And binary fission is being undertaken by the, which occurs in the bacteria and some of the protozoans also. And spore formation, here also we can observe only single parent involved. So this sporangium, when it bursts open, then we can observe the spores will be fallen in the neighboring regions, and then we can observe the development of individual. Okay, so budding in hydra and binary fission in bacteria and spore formation in rhizopus on the bread mold. All these are considered as a asexual reproductive organisms. So option D is correct. So you should not opt A, B, C. All are correct. You need to opt option D. Okay, and while presenting in the exam you just need to go for what are the options, and in reducing process which is not correct, which is a correct one, we need to just keep it in our mind, and then we need to opt what is the correct option. Next, what is the next question? How are paramecium and amoeba are similar? What are amoeba and paramecium? So both belongs to invertebrates, phylum protozoans. Amoeba comes under phylum Protozoa, and even paramecium also phylum Protozoa. Both belongs to same phylum. Okay, so what he is asking here, how are paramecium and amoeba are similar? Okay, what similar characteristics they do have? It has been given over here. They are the unicellular organisms. Yes, this is the correct option. And they does not have nucleus. These are the eukaryotic organisms. Why can we say, and how can we say these are the eukaryotic organisms? Two true nucleus can be seen in both the organisms. Okay, so in the paramecium we can observe two nuclei. One is the macronucleus and one more is the micronucleus. Micro and the macronucleus in the ciliatory protozoan called as a paramecium. And coming to the next organism, it's a amoeba. So within the amoeba also we can observe the single nucleus. So these are the unicellular organisms and they have the nucleus. Okay, so this option is wrong. And reproduces, both of them will be reproducing by binary fission. As previously discussed, a paramecium do undergo the asexual mode of reproduction and also undergo the sexual mode of reproduction in unfavorable conditions. So during the sexual mode of reproduction, ciliatory organism, microorganism paramecium will be undergoing the conjugation process. That if we keep it aside, and next we need to consider only in the favorable conditions paramecium will be undergoing the asexual mode of reproduction. Okay, and even amoeba also undergoes the asexual mode of reproduction. So both are the binary fissions. Okay, so mode is called as a binary fission, can be seen in both paramecium and the amoeba. So this is also correct option. So both are correct. So this is the single correct answer type. So here we need to opt both A and C. What is the correct option here? Both A and C are the, is the correct answer, right? Next, coming to the next question. Right, what is the next question? Which of the following is called the larva of frog? Again the question is been about, previously we were discussing about tadpole converting into adult. The process is called as a metamorphosis, and here he is asking which of the following is called as larva of the frog. Means he is considering about the name of the larva of a frog. Okay, so here we can observe the nymphs. What are the nymphs? Nymphs are the larva of insects, and tadpole is a larva of frog. Caterpillar is a larva of butterfly. Butterfly we can take, and some other also, and this is completely non-related, it's fry itself, so it's a wrong option. Caterpillar is also wrong option. Nymph is also the wrong option of a frog. The tadpole is the correct option B, right? So this is the smallest larva, tadpole, which contains the external gills which can survive only in the water. But coming to frog, the adult one can be leading the life on both land and also in the water, right? Hope you all understood. This is the larva of a frog called as tadpole. Okay, next, coming to the next question. What is the next question? Which of the following processes refers to the casting away of a skin by a caterpillar to allow a larger caterpillar to emerge? So as we can observe, the caterpillars, in the sense the larval stage can be seen in the the caterpillars can be seen only in the lifespan of the insects and some of the organisms. The process is called as a metamorphosis. So within this metamorphosis, so here he is asking what is a particular process. In a particular stage we can observe a particular process. Which of the following processes refers to the casting away of the skin? What do you mean by the word casting? Casting in the sense removal. Okay, removal of the layer. As like example we can take, the snake will be removing its peel. The skin will be peeled off, but peeling cannot be said over here. Peeling can be said only for the eatable items like fruits and vegetables, will peel off those. But coming to this, so this is one of the process. The body itself will be adapted for itself to just remove the outer layer. As they are developing, slowly developing, we are observing the outer layer of the body will be completely casted away for the caterpillar, small caterpillar converting into a large caterpillar. So this is called as a, is this a metamorphosis? No. Metamorphosis is the complete 4 stages can be seen in a insect. So what is chrysalis? Chrysalis in the sense conversion of one stage to the another stage. And coming to molting process, molting is nothing but the casting of skin of a small sized caterpillar to the large sized caterpillar. So as the larva is becoming large, the caterpillar becomes large, its skin will be moving outside, removing outside. So as it does not fit inside to it, and next to the caterpillar it increases its size, so it will be converting into the next stage called as a pupa. So it has to develop its body for itself, adapt for itself to next stage. So here the molting process occurs from lower level of the caterpillar, lower sized caterpillar converts into the big sized caterpillar. The image is been clearly given over here, you see. This is the new caterpillar, new in the sense large, size will be large, and this is the layer or a cover, also we can say layer of small caterpillar, right? So in the picture it is been very clearly mentioned that the casting away of the skin, the outer skin is been casting away and the new caterpillar size has been increased. The process is called as a molting process. And what is the option D? Is the option D development correct? Development we can observe in any stage of the 4 stages. Development we can observe from egg to larva, and even we can observe egg to larva, conversion from larva to pupa, conversion again from pupa to adult. Yes, how single organism within the metamorphosis process, the single organism, how it is capacitized to develop into a new ones. Okay, so it has been dividing and undergoing the development. So development can be seen in the egg, development can be seen in the larva, and development also can be observed in the pupa, and at the same time complete ultimate development can be seen in the, sorry for disturbance, complete can be seen in the adult stage. So option D is wrong. What is the correct option here? Molting is the correct option. Hope you all understood. Right. Right. Coming to the next question. Which of the following organisms reproduces asexually? Following organisms reproduces asexually. Protozoa, as we have discussed already, the protozoa, paramecium, and also the amoeba. Here some other examples are also given. Let us see. The picture indicates amoeba undergoing a binary fission. Single parent is responsible for dividing into 2 organisms, is called as a binary fission. And coming to the next organism, the microorganism is the paramecium. Okay, so the single paramecium is dividing. Okay, so we are observing these are the 2 paramecia. Are they the paramecia? 2 paramecia? No. Single paramecium is ready to divide into 2. Okay, so either binary in the sense single is dividing into 2. In the paramecium also we can observe the sexual mode of reproduction, binary fission. And coming to the next stage, as this is the paramecium baby stage, ready to get divide. Okay, so this becomes a new individual and this becomes a new individual. So this is nothing but the transverse fission, transferring of the substances from one organism to the another organism. And coming to the last but not the least organism is the euglena. Sorry, option B is the euglena. Sorry, this is the flagella. Sorry for disturbance. This is amoeba. This is euglena. This is paramecium. And the last one is the ceratium. Okay, so here we can observe all the protozoans are undergoing the binary fission, only single parent is involved. Okay, so frog, as we know that it do undergoes the external fertilization, conjugation, in the sense fusion of male and female gametes can be seen in the frog. Even in the lizards also we can observe the male and female involvement. And coming to housefly, also we can observe male and female gametes in separate organisms. So the correct option is protozoa. So once again we'll go for this binary fission in the protozoa and Euglena undergoes the fission, a longitudinal fission, and coming to Paramecium, it's a transverse fission. Okay, so transverse in the sense, so horizontally, as we are placing this in a horizontal condition, transferring the substances from one organism to another organism. And at last, it's a Serratium oblique. Oblique in the sense the division is completely irregular, but it's involvement of only the single parent. Hope you all understood. Right. Next. Coming to the next question. What is the next question? Which of the following is or are present in the milt of frog? What is milt? If you remember, in our previous one of the questions we have discussed, the frog do undergo the external fertilization. Group of female frogs is a spawn. Group of female frogs is called as a spawn, and group of female gametes is the spawn, right? And group of male gametes, frogs male gametes, sperms are called as a milt. Okay, the word sperms, how do they form? By the process of spermatogenesis. Spermatogenesis is being formed by the spermatozoa. Option C is the correct one. Option A, embryo, is wrong. Embryo is nothing but it is developed after the formation of zygote. Zygote which has been developed by the fusion of male and female gametes. So, embryo is the wrong option. And coming to ovum, ovum is the female gamete. Okay, so female he did not ask. The female gametes are the spawn. In the question is only given, the word is given as a milt. Milt is nothing but the male gametes of a frog. So, those are called as a spermatozoa. Option D, both A and C are completely wrong. These both are completely wrong. Nothing but only this is correct. Both are wrong. Only option C is correct option. Right? Next. What is the next question? Which of the following is an oviparous mammal? The oviparous, nothing but the organisms which lay the eggs. Mammal. What is mammal? Okay, so mammal is one of the characteristic of the phylum mammals. So, they are being considered as a mammary glands. After giving the birth to the young ones, the viviparous organisms, presence of mammary glands, they feed their baby with the mammary glands. Okay, so this echidna, what is the name of the organism? Echidna. So, echidna. So, here we can observe the complete external features are exactly looking like the oviparous, but it is a oviparous mammal. So, not only the mammal mammary glands. So, here in the echidna, another kind of mammalian features also there. So, in this echidna, as like the mammals, so inside the mammals we can observe in the respiratory tract the controlling agent, nothing but one of the organ is called as a diaphragm, which is present in between the thorax region and the abdominal region, which controls the movement of the lungs during respiration process. Same can be seen in the echidna, and also the mammary glands are also being seen in the echidna. And not only that, the red blood cells of the echidna are a non-nucleated. As in our body we can observe the non-nucleated red blood cells. Same kind of character can be seen inside the echidna. And not only that, last character but not the least, the human beings will have 4 chambers of the heart. Even in echidna also we can observe the 4-chambered heart. So, this is considered as a oviparous mammal. It lays the eggs, but it has the characters of the phylum mammal. So, it is considered as a oviparous mammal. So kangaroo is a marsupial. It has a pouch, but it is a mammal. It's not a oviparous. It gives the birth to young ones. And rabbit is also a direct mammal, give birth to the young ones. This is also the wrong option. And next coming to bat. Bat is a flying mammal. It's a bird, but it will not lay the eggs. It gives the birth to the young ones. It is a flying mammal. So this is the wrong option. Yes, correct option is echidna. The picture indicates echidna. Right? Understood? Right? Hope you all enjoyed this video, and we'll meet in the next video. Thank you so much.